Hi, I am Palak. I am an architect and urban planner and also an yoga instructor. So I'm going to demonstrate a full body workout as well as a deep stretch for your entire body. So let's start beginning with sitting cross-legged on your mat. So we'll start with a very basic warm-up. If you're not warm enough, you may need to do a bit of warm-up. So for now, we're just going to start with neck rolls, bringing your chin towards the chest. Inhale as you look up. Exhale as you bring your chin down. Inhale as you bring your chin up. Exhale as you come down. Going over 4 to 5 times on one side. And then changing the direction of your neck rolls. Once you're done with your neck rolls, you can do a few shoulder rolls. Rolling up your shoulders. Coming to wrist rolls. On one side, other side. Open your fingers. Warming up all the joints. Take your hand to the side. Taking a side body stretch. Make sure that your torso is lifted and you're not crunching down. You're lifting your chest and ribs and going to the side. And from here, we're going to come into a tabletop position. A tabletop position is a position in which you are on your fours. Your wrists are directly below your shoulders in a straight vertical line. Your knees are below your hips. Your fingers are spread. As you inhale, you're going to push your tailbone up. Stomach comes down. Chest is lifted and you look up. Your chin is pointing up. Exhale, you round your back. Bringing your chin towards your chest, looking at your navel, pushing your mat away. Inhale, front. Exhale, round your back, looking at your navel. Let's do it 3 to 4 times. Warming up our spine, warming up our wrists. And once you're done with 4 to 5 times, come back to neutral tabletop position. From here, we're going to lift our knees up and come into an inverted V position or a downward facing dog, or a mountain pose. Your fingers are spread, that your body makes 2 lines making an inverted V. If you feel your hamstrings are very tight, you can bend your knees a little bit. We're going to pedal our knees, so bending the right knee, bringing the left heel towards the mat, and left knee bent, right heel to the mat. We're going to do this 3 to 4 times. Once we are done with that, we're going to come back into a downward facing dog. From here, we're going to go into low lunge or Ashwasanchalasana. So, there are 2 ways of going into it. I'll show you both the ways on both the sides. So, the right side, we're going to go into tabletop. Lift our right leg up, bring between both the hands. This is one way of going into it. Other way is going directly from downward facing dog. From here, we're going to lift our hands up, bring it on my knee, on your knees. Uncurl your behind toes. Stay here for 2 to 3 breaths. Keep pushing your hip down. Do not let your hip lift up. We don't want to be here. We want to be pushing our hip down, feeling the stretch into your left quadricep and into your hip joint. You can bring your hands in front of chest for prayer position. And if you want to go further, you can take your hands up. Open your chest, look up, taking a mini back bend into your lower back. Inhale, coming down again. From here, curling your behind leg toes and coming into a downward facing dog. On the left side, I'm going to show you the next way of going into it, directly from downward facing dog. You want to hold your core, take your left leg up, bend your knee and bring it between the hands. This is the second way of going into low lunge. I'm going to uncurl my behind leg, bring my hands on my knee. Stay here, keep pushing my hip down. This is a good stretch enough. If you want to go further, you can take your hands in front of the chest or you can take your hands up. Stay there for 2 to 3 breaths. And when you're ready, you're going to come back, hands down. From here, you're going to go into a tabletop position and slowly coming down, lying down on the mat with the stomach, chest, thighs, everything on the mat. Now, You're going to bring your hands below your shoulders. So put your forehead on the mat. We're going to do a few cobra movements. So as you inhale, you're going to lift your forehead, chin, chest up, and as you exhale, you're going to go down. Your toes are pointed, your glutes are tight, engaged, thighs are engaged. Inhale up, exhale down. 3 more times. Inhale up, exhale down. 1 more time. Inhale up, exhale down. From here, if you want to go further, we're going to push our hands slightly more behind. We're going to inhale, lift up, into a full cobra. My shoulders are pushed down, my neck is long. I look forward in front of me, or I slightly look diagonally up. My glutes are tight, engaged, and my tailbone is tucking in. From here, push yourself into a child's pose. Take a good stretch here. From here, coming back into a tabletop position, we're going to take a shoulder stretch as well as a mini twist. So inhale, take your left hand up, bring it between your other hand and the knee, threading the needle as if you're threading the needle. Your right hand can stay on the palm or it can relax down. Make sure that your hips and your knees are in straight line and your hips are not going back or forward. Left ankle is on the mat. Stay there for 2 or 3 breaths. And slowly, using your right palm, push yourself up again into a tabletop position. Check that your wrists and shoulders are in the same line. Knees and hips are in the straight line. We're going to go to the other side, taking your right hand up, threading the needle on the other side. Stay there for 2 to 3 breaths. Slowly coming back. This time, we're going to go into child's pose with toes curled. So curl your toes. Slowly start sitting on your heels. Walk your hands front if you have to. And stretch. Bring your forehead on the mat. Stay there for 2 to 3 breaths. When you're ready, slowly walk your hands back, uncurl your toes, come sitting into Vajrasana. We're going to hold in Vajrasana for 2 to 3 breaths. Our back is straight, our shoulders relaxed, chest open, hands on the thighs. From here, use your hands, take your heels out. Stretch your legs in front of you, both the legs are stretched out front. We're going to bend our left leg, knee pointing up, and let the left knee go down. So one leg is bent, one leg is straight. This pose is known as Sirsasana. You're going to flex your feet, entire feet, not just the toes, the entire feet flexed. Inhale, take your hands up, and exhale, bringing your hands down. You want at all the point during Sirsasana, you want your back straight and not rounded. So there's no hurry to bring your chin towards the shin. Stay where you are and enjoy the process. If you have the hamstring flexibility to be able to walk your hands front beyond the ankles and still keep your back straight, you can take a bind here. Again, straightening your back. And then as you exhale, bringing your chin towards the shin. Inhale, come up. Exhale, undo the bind. Start walking back. Take your both the legs front again, going to the other side. Again, as you inhale, take your hands up. Exhale, bringing your hands down. Walking your hands, and in case your hands or fingers cross the ankle and your back is straight, you can take a bind. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bringing your chin towards the shin. Both the sides are going to be different. One side is always going to be more flexible than the other. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk back. I'm going to turn to the side for the next pose. Gomukhasana, cow face pose. So I'm going to come with my left leg down, right leg up, knee on knee. Try and align your knees if you have the flexibility to get here. If not, stay wherever you can. Now, I'm going to take my left hand up, right hand on the side. I'm going to twist my hand from the shoulder. This is twisting from the elbow. We want to twist it from the shoulders. This hand stays up, bending both the elbows. Try and touch your fingertips. If you can touch, it's great. If not, stay wherever you are. If you can touch your fingers or take a bind, you can take a bind and hold both the hands. Stay there. Make sure that your neck is relaxed. You're not arching your neck or bringing it down. Your back is straight. Your chest is gently open. This is an excellent stretch for everyone who works on desks. Slowly release. Coming to the other side. So unwind your legs. Shuffle them. And now taking your right hand up, left on the side. Twisting from the shoulders. Take a bind, hold both your hands. Again, make sure that you're not holding tension anywhere. And stay there for 2 to 3 breaths. Once you're done, release your hands, release your legs. Coming into a butterfly pose. So both your feet are glued together and your knees are pointing down. It's absolutely okay wherever you are. Just keep holding onto your feet and start pulsing. As the time passes, you want to hear this sound and get your knees touching to the floor. Once you're done with 20 to 25 pulses, you're going to open your legs, come into a straddle. So make sure that both your legs are open in equidistant way from the center. Both your knees are in the straight line. Again, we're going to take our hands up. Exhale, bring our hands down. I'm pushing my tailbone out, my bum out, and I'm opening my chest. My back is still straight or even concave, but never rounded. Open. My toes are pointing up, my knees are pointing up. My pinky toes are not falling behind or front. This is the alignment that you want to stay in. And only if you feel that you can go ahead, you're going to walk ahead. Make sure that there is no pain at any point of time. A deep stretch is okay, but pain is not. Again, you want to come down with the chin on the ground and not your nose or forehead. Holding it for 2 to 3 breaths wherever you can. Walking your hands behind. This is intense stretch for a lot of people, so use your hands below your knees. Start bending them and bring them together. You can also take a few windshield wipers to relax your hips from the stretch. The last pose we're going to do is come lying down on the mat. Okay, my knees are bent, pointing up. I'm going to go into a twist. So first of all, I'm going to shift my hips to the left. Only the hips and nothing else. Step number 1, shifting my hips. Step number 2, bringing my knees towards my chest. Step number 3, using my right hand out on the outside edge of the left knee. I'm going to use the hand to guide my knees down. Both my knees are stacked one on another on the ground. Both my shoulders are on the ground. And I'm going to look at the other side. The right hand can stay on the knee or can be stretched here. Stay there for 2 to 3 breaths. And if you have time, you can also stay here for at least around 10 breaths, up to 4 or 5 minutes, as long as you have no pain. This is an excellent relaxing posture. And then, again, coming back to center, put your feet down, shift your hips, step number 1 to the right, Step number 2, bringing your knees towards the chest. Step number 3, using your left hand now to guide your knees on the left side. Shoulders on the mat, look at the other side. The hands can be stretched. Close your eyes and enjoy the stretch. Stay there for 2 to 3 breaths, and if you have time, you can stay there longer. When you're ready, coming back to center, straighten your torso, hold your knees, pull them towards your chest, lift your neck up once, imagine as if you're bringing your nose towards your knees, and slowly relax, stretch your legs, stretch your hands on top of your head, and take a full body stretch. Point your toes, stretch your hands, lengthen your spine, tense each muscle in your body, and relax. Stay there for 2 to 3 breaths. If you have time for Shavasana, you can go into Shavasana. And when you're done with your Shavasana and relaxation, you can turn onto your side slowly. Release your hands. Lift yourself up into a sitting position slowly. Come into a sitting position. Close your eyes. Thank your body. Send gratitude to your body for the practice. Rub your palms. Slowly place them on your eyes. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me, and I hope to see you guys soon again. Bye-bye.